to increase the negotiations. I don't think that we were asked by the United States to prevent our right of self-defense. Nothing of that nature. But really to intensify our efforts to pacify as much as we can the situation. People call it pressure. I don't think that is a fair description, because we have asked the Americans, on so many occasions, so many things. Nobody thought that this is a pressure. And I respect very much if America is telling to us and asking us to help in a complicated way. The first phase of the confrontation, I think that we have to try to do whatever we can. And the United States has turned not only to us, they've also turned to the Palestinians and told them, gentlemen, it's not enough what you are saying. We shall judge you by what you are doing. And by the way, that's our approach too. If Arafat and the Palestinian Authority, they really reduce terror, tension will go down immediately. We don't have the slightest interest to raise the flames or to increase the hate. And I know the United States closed a little bit her eyes to some very democratic countries like Syria, a member of the Security Council of the United Nations, that hosts today 10 headquarters of terrorism. And even Iran, I mean, strange bedfellows, but occasionally maybe you have to use terrorists to stop terrorism. But I believe this is a passing phase. We have to look ahead to the future. And the future is of an entirely different nature. The world does not have a choice but to get itself organized globally to face this global danger. It cannot be done partly, it cannot be divided. It must be all-embracing, determinedly. And instead of a division on the lines of racism or ideology or globality, there will be today a clear division between the supporters of terror and the anti-terror camp. We can see already the new lines of the new coalition being built, if you can call it a coalition, and I have to say a word about it. And when we saw, for example, in Shanghai, the famous photo of India, so India was a little bit ignored. I'm not so sure that they are very happy about it, particularly on the issue of Kashmir, which is another skirmish when the two countries, both of them possess nuclear weapons. It's not a simple proposition. But one can see again that will comprise Europe, Russia, China, India, Latin America. Anyway, there will be no waiting for anybody. In this camp, we are, by definition, by condition, by nature, natural members. I know there is an attempt to say that many of them, we are not going to give up our hope for peace, because there is a danger in that. Neither or. We shall fight terror decidedly and determinedly and as a good partner, no matter what our rank in the camp of anti-terror will be, of a general, of a colonel, of a soldier. We shall participate in this struggle full-heartedly and responsibly and in a disciplined and organized way. We feel that the world also
a wonderful speech, wasn't it? Going up to a policeman in Whitehall, where all our British departments are, and saying, "Excuse me, which side is the Foreign Office on?" And the policeman said, "Well, it's meant to be on our side, but I do often wonder." With Shimon Peres in charge of the Foreign Office in Israel, we know it is not only on the side of of Israel but of the Jewish people. We know that with a man with his clarity of vision and with his cool sanity, his intellect and his sense of humor, we needn't worry. Intellect and his sense of humor, we needn't worry. The worry...
Israeli singer was proving to us why he has been...
I promise you I'll be a couple of minutes, rebuild our future in the same way that we worked over the last 5 years. Let me just touch on areas. We shall, as Mr. Bronfman said last night,
to limit your views so that one message comes out. Of course, this doesn't detract from the challenge confronting diaspora Jewish leadership. We are obliged to be at the forefront of the battle, rejecting the lies, distortions, and libels directed against Israel by her enemies and much of the media. And regrettably, with great respect.
We want to create such a foundation, and maybe we have a small window of possibilities, because there is today a desire, a will, a vision to do so.
The Latin America invests money in education. I'm sorry, if you understand, you are very clever, because my English is very... I don't understand my English. And yesterday, when we met in the formação de novos líderes, eu ontem fui eleito junto com o companheiro José, presidente do Congresso Latino-Americano. Eu era a pessoa mais jovem presente no Congresso.
Yesterday I was elected president, co-president of the Latino. This is very...
Neste Congresso.
Mexico is also going through a process of renovation of its own leadership.
E nós, na América Latina, estamos cumprindo a nossa parte. Esperamos que todos façam o mesmo. Muito obrigado.
The Muslim-Jewish connection. Christians were the enemies maybe in the past, in the remote past, but Muslims are potentially the adversaries in the future. So if you can enlighten us, Ambassador Sobel, we would be very grateful to you. So let me call on Dr. Ostrak. I'm grateful that you are here with us, Israel. Maybe you can also...
Del señor Jack Terpins. Espero que bajo su mandato podamos llevar adelante todos los proyectos que se están buscando concretar y que tengamos el éxito que el pueblo judío se merece en un continente olvidado como el nuestro. Esperemos que, tal cual reza la agenda del Congreso Judío Mundial, el renacimiento de nuestro judaísmo se vea ejemplificado, sobre todo en Latinoamérica, en base a la educación y el compromiso del pueblo judío con su gente. Muchos saludos para Jack y para la CONIP, quien lo ha nominado.
Graças, estamos sempre juntos, vamos trabalhar juntos para uma comunidade forte latino-americana.
Eu felicito Jacques porque ele tem cargo que ele merece, representando o Brasil junto com o Congresso Judaico Mundial, e conhecendo Jacques, sendo amigo dele, eu tenho certeza que seu trabalho será muito profícuo e vai trazer muito cavote para toda a nossa comunidade paulista e brasileira.
Com tantos amigos é difícil não dar certo. Muito obrigado.
Vai dar certo.
Abraço a todos no Brasil.
Hoje é o coroamento de um trabalho de um grupo que atingiu a maturidade política. No dia de hoje, Jacques Terpins foi eleito presidente do Congresso Judaico Latino-Americano. Este grupo político que o tem cercado e trabalhado sob a sua liderança e o ajudado em tantas tarefas dentro da nossa comunidade, agora vai ajudá-lo também dentro da comunidade maior da América Latina. Parabéns ao Jacques Terpins, parabéns a todo esse grupo. Obrigado. Quer particulares, quer comunitários. Parabéns ao Jacques Terpins Parabéns à comunidade brasileira por eleger um presidente depois de tantos anos e muito sucesso.
Esa guerra en los primeros años del siglo XX. ¿Saben qué son los mormones? Eu acho que son los más proselitistas que existen aquí. Fue construido también, solamente son ciudadanos americanos, no más que por un año de estar y Arafat, por lo cual Arafat pidió, o último que le pidió fue la división, que cada metro que se pasa un milímetro menos.
Mr. Kimfey, and I think that we wanted peace and security. We should go back to what the Prime Minister of Israel offered last year, Prime Minister Barak, in terms of Jerusalem. And he should have made it clear that we really wanted 1,000 Arab inhabitants.
I don't think it should be the task of the World Jewish Congress to develop educational strategies. I think the detailed work in...
Congratulate everybody. And may you enjoy many, 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 many years together with everyone here who are all of your well-wishers and students. The most important person in my life and in Arthur's life, the person who, you could say, irrigates our thinking by getting us to be in a manner that is correct, is the person who leads us, the co-sponsor of this evening, the president of the World Jewish
history, and I like to start off by saying Chavarot v'Chaverim, because Judaism is such a sexist operation that it seems to me said ladies and gentlemen like we do in America, they're for Chavarot and Chaverim. You know, I don't know why they picked me to do this job. I remember that we shared an event, a luncheon once many years ago, Arthur, when it was Nachum's 80th birthday. And I said something about him then, and I'm going to say about you as I get to wind up my thoughts. We all who know Arthur, talk about what a wonderful mind he has. And he's used that mind in so many wonderful ways. I would guess, first of all, as a rabbi. Deep in his soul, he is a rabbi. And deep in his soul, he is a David.
El libertador que recibía en todas las fases de su vida y en los momentos como judío identificable, lo que verdaderamente nos ocupa.